Hello and welcome, 20th of September, overcast. We've had a few good days of sunshine and maybe a couple more before autumn sets in. Right, slightly contemplative mood this week, but let's have the theme tune and get going. So these are the carrots I planted middle of July. I planted them in tubs because when I planted them in the beds, I found it too hard to weed. At least here they're in a concentrated space. I know what's weeds and what's not. In the past week or so they've started to flop. I pulled one yesterday and it looks like that. So I think these are done and I'm going to pull them up and see what they look like. So it turns out the one carrot I did pull up yesterday as a test turned out to be the biggest one of the lot. Some are okay sized, but by the time you were to peel these there'd be nothing left, so it's a case of washing these down and eating them whole. I think I'm going to give carrots a miss next year, but better than nothing. So I was giving this bed a proper weeding yesterday. We've got the mooly radish and spinach planted the start of August. They're coming along nicely. We've got the white radish over there planted the middle of August, and we've got the beetroot over here planted late August. So I was weeding. When I got down to the white radish, on my hands and knees a bit closer, they all seem quite large and ready. It's only been 4 or 5 weeks since I planted them, so it's a bit of a surprise that they're ready, but I don't want them to get too big and woody, so they're coming up.
Dig. Dave. Dig.
Dig, 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 dig.
I'm really pleased with those, particularly how fast they grew. Right, unfortunately now I've got to clear that up. That won't take long, but it's just that sense of it's that time of year. I'm going to clear that out and I'm not putting anything in its place. Don't like it really. Still, got to be done. Oh, taking those radish out and knowing that I've got nothing to replace them. Time is ticking on in the year, isn't it? Realisation. I'm going to have some empty beds. I'll maybe put some green manure type plants down. Realisation. My pumpkins are not going to get any bigger, are they? All I can do is hope they ripen, so I've exposed them to the sun by cutting off a few leaves. The squash, you've got to make a decision on them as well. Some of them have got flowers. They're never going to turn into fruit or vegetables in time. I had to cut the flowers off, cut the leaves back. We've got a few more weeks of sun, hopefully. That'll help the squash to ripen. We've got 2 sets of squash plants. The ones that are further on, I've done that with. The other ones, a little bit further behind, I've left the flowers on those because they've got little squash growing behind the flowers, so hopefully, fingers crossed, they will have time and enough sunlight, enough good weather to turn into squash. Realisation. In 4 or 5 videos time, I'll have been doing this a year. When I started, don't watch the first video, it's rubbish. I only had pumpkins, mooly radish and beetroot in the plot. I'm almost back to that same situation. I've got to get my garlic in, I've got to get my onions in. And I've got the leeks in, but I think I'm going to have to cheer myself up with a montage of raspberries and apples. Oh, that's cheered me right up. I've got sweet corn that's ready now. I've got beetroot ready now. I picked a load of turnips yesterday. I can count my squash now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I found another lost potato. It's all good. I even made some jam out of that one of them massive courgettes I picked last week. One of those massive courgettes makes about 6 jars of courgette and ginger jam. Just whack a load of sugar in. It's all good. And it doesn't taste of courgettes. Win-win. Right. Thank you for watching. Click subscribe, send me a comment, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.